Integrated School feels touchable.
Passionate, adaptive, nurturing, guiding, authentic, noble-hearted, dedicated. Observant, yielding, beams take flight in the corridors of possibility, echoing with the whispers of perseverance and the gleam of hard work. It's a canvas where aspirations come alive. In the realm of learning, where dreams take flight, teaching interns persist with all their might. Through perseverance and hard work's gleam, they carve a path to fulfill their teaching dream. Welcome to the immersive journey of teaching interns from Bolinao Integrated School and Pangascasan Integrated School as they embark on a transformative experience at Pangascasan School of Arts and Trades. Dreams take flight in the corridors of possibility, echoing with the whispers of perseverance and the gleam of hard work. It's a canvas where aspirations come alive. But it's not just about books and lectures. In the vibrant tapestry of Pangascasan School of Arts and Trades, socializing becomes an art. Connections are driven, friendships are forged, creating a network of support that extends beyond the classroom. Amidst the academic landscape, they carve a path towards their teaching dream, fueled by passion and a hunger for growth. It's a journey that transcends the ordinary, leading them to extraordinary heights.
Good day, everyone. To formally start our discussion, let me first introduce myself. I am 𝑩𝒐𝒍𝒊𝒏𝒂𝒐, together with my pre-service teacher, Sir 𝐅𝐢𝐞𝐥𝐝 and Ma'am Desiree Cabur. We are here to provide insights about the first worksheet on the field study 1, which is entitled The Teacher's Knowledge on Content and Pedagogy. In this activity, it focuses on how different learning principles affect the teaching and the learning process. As a teacher, it is important to incorporate different learning principles on a diverse classroom, most especially in enhancing the communication that lies on the student-centered teaching as an active process of learning. Therefore, it is essential to apply effective teaching practices and ideas as it helps students to learn effectively, enhance their skills, and do better academically.
Okay, so in this worksheet 1, in the part of analysis, the teacher used learning principles that fit how students naturally learn and the learning environment. In the class, there were two groups, one that participated a lot and another that stayed quiet. Still, the teacher tries to encourage their participation by asking them to read definitions from presentations. Furthermore, the teacher focuses on both speaking and listening skills, adjusting how they teach based on each student's way of learning. They motivate everyone to join in, to create an exciting class. They help students understand by guiding them through questions and translations, aiming to build confidence and get everyone actively involved.
The principles of learning are important because they provide educators and learners with a framework for understanding how people learn and how to facilitate effective learning. By understanding the principles of learning, educators can design and deliver instruction in ways that are more likely to be effective and meaningful for students. These principles help to guide instructional processes, curriculum development, and assessment practices, ultimately leading to better outcomes for learners. Additionally, understanding the principles of learning can help students become more effective learners themselves by providing them with an understanding of how to approach and engage with new material. Overall, the principles of learning are important because they provide a foundation for effective and teaching learning practices.
Hi, I am Faith Sagario, and together with Ms. Rogeline 𝑑𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒐 and Mr. 𝑚𝑖𝑙𝑠 we will be discussing the second worksheet of Field Study 1 entitled My Ideal Environment. Analyzing the optimal learning environment requires taking into account the local community as well as a critical assessment of the school's physical attributes. We will now discuss what we observed at Pangasinan School of Arts and Trades. Let's start by talking about the facilities that were shown, which included everything from libraries and classrooms to laboratories. Every one of these is essential in determining how the learning process is structured. We noticed that the well-stocked libraries stood out in particular because they offered a calm environment for concentrated study as well as a wealth of research resources. When considering the usefulness of these facilities, the libraries emerged as highly beneficial. They contribute significantly to fostering independent learning and research skills, thereby enhancing the overall educational experience. However, there were also areas that appeared underutilized. To shape the learning environment, it is necessary to have a comprehension of the community context. Situated in a varied community with a range of socio-economic elements is Pangasinan School of Arts and Trades. By exposing pupils to a variety of viewpoints and backgrounds, diversity has the ability to enhance the educational process as a whole. Shifting our focus, let's now turn our attention to the other parts of this worksheet that will be discussed by Ms. Ballester and Mr. Ilagan.
The analysis part has asked 4 questions. It discusses the considered useful facilities that the PSAT has, or when do we consider these facilities really aids learning. To be more specific, the questions asked can be answered based on the opinion of the teaching interns because all the questions can be based on what they also observed during their observation.
The team conclude that designing and creating a conducive learning environment is not an easy undertaking. Multiple observations and analysis are required as it prioritizes the genuine learning of the students. And also, they believe that maintaining a clean, tidy, and well-organized classroom is the ideal classroom to produce conduciveness in students' learning, which they adopt once they become a professional teacher in the future. In terms of classroom management, PSAT teachers have varying preferences in terms of utilizing teaching aids, delivering teaching styles, and interaction within their students. But they are similar in one thing, and that's on how they consistently serve the requirements of their students for efficiency in learning.
Greetings everyone, I am 𝑑𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒐 and with Lorna 𝑡𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒂𝒏, we will exploring the uniqueness of learners within a diverse classroom. Activity 3 is centered on comprehending how disparities in gender, cultural, racial, and religious background influence interaction within the educational setting. We participated in a webinar on September 8, 2023, led by Mr. Marlon Rivera, where the focus was on observing realities and transcending boundaries. Our primary takeaway pertains to Domain 3, understanding the differences among learners. We also had the privilege of observing a recorded class discussion scrutinizing how various types of learners actively participate in virtual learning. We delve into behaviors, characteristics, relationships, and attitudes among learners, analyzing individual roles and positions in a virtual classroom. This exploration revealed diverse behaviors, traits, and relationships among learners in virtual setting, providing valuable insights into the distinctive roles of each individuals. Our investigation into the distinctiveness of learners shed light on the intricate dynamics of a diverse classroom. Now, Ms. 𝑑𝒂𝒏𝒂𝒔𝒄𝒕𝒆𝒅 will expound more on our observation regarding Domain 3 diversity of learners, focusing on the various ages and grade levels spanning from preschool to high school.
When it comes to physical skills, preschoolers are very energetic. However, they need and seek help from someone on whom they can rely. Elementary school students are developing in a variety of physical domains. Contrary to that, high school students are skilled enough and have their own discipline in doing any task. In terms of social and emotional aspects, preschoolers are sociable and easily emotionally hurt, while elementary students are building a little way of communicating with other people. Their desire to express their emotions is evident. Contrary to that, high school learners can freely express themselves and do their tasks in front of other people, and when it comes with their emotions, they are able to manage well. Lastly, in terms of the cognitive domain, preschoolers lack critical thinking, while elementary students are eager to learn and to uplift their thinking skills. In addition, high school learners can solve problems easily with their own decisions. With all of that, these three levels of students have many distinctions in terms of adapting their learnings, displaying their physical aspects, socially conversing with other people, and expressing their feelings with other people. To conclude, it can occasionally be challenging to achieve variety and awareness of culture or diversities, divine experiences, and perspective. With the right teachers, strategies, and techniques, diversity in the classroom can expand the student's mind to everything the world has to offer and to meet the goals of curriculum successfully.
In the modernization of learning, learners as part of the global community are taught to be self-efficient, globally competitive, and possess the character and personality of a role model to be able to provide on the needs and expectations of the entire nation. In line with this, school curriculum plays a significant role on nurturing the skills and knowledge of the learners by designing activities or courses to foster education and meet the needs of the learning community. Curriculum is integral to an education system. Teachers follows the curriculum as their guide to create a well-structured lesson plan. Such curriculum is effective if the learning objectives were achieved, effective teaching strategies were observed, and contents of the lesson are being delivered effectively.
Educational experiences play a significant role in the attainment of students' learning. In the form of games and activities, these experiences serves as the driving force that stimulates the students' learning. Therefore, integrating the use of ICT into the curriculum can enhance the teaching and learning. Furthermore, in pursuit of managing and implementing developmentally sequenced teaching and learning process, it is necessary to use a variety of contextualized instructional strategies that will keep the learners engaged in the discussion and will lead towards achieving the lesson's objectives. In conclusion, the importance of the different types of curriculum and learning resources lies in the teacher's ability to create a dynamic and inclusive educational environment that addresses the multifaceted needs of learners and prepares them for a rapidly evolving world, fostering a more meaningful learning experience.
Good day everyone, I am Miss Mary Joy Ocapa from the Science Department together with my partner Miss 𝑑𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒂𝒐 Padilla from Filipino Department, and today we are going to discuss the summary of the worksheet number 5. Activity 5 focuses on Domain 5, Assessment and Reporting. Assessment is an inevitable part of teaching and learning processes. it determines the effectiveness of the curriculum, and at the same time, it assesses or evaluates the learner's performance. There are different assessment tools that can be utilized throughout the process where feedbacks are drawn. In this activity, we, the field study students, are engaged in varied opportunities which will help us understand better the assessment process. We are given the chance to determine the alignment of the assessment tools and tasks with intended learning outcome. Critique traditional and authentic assessment tools and tasks for learning in the context establish guideline on the test construction. And also, evaluate non-traditional assessment tools including scoring rubrics, procedure on how grades are computed and reported to parents, and also compute student grade based on DepEd's grading policy.
As a pre-service teachers, we must know how to assess the students so that we can change the teaching techniques and strategies and to come up with more meaningful and fun ways for students to learn. In addition, as a pre-service teachers, we must know how to compute grades based on scoring rubrics to provide detailed feedbacks to understand if there's need to improve.
Good morning, everyone. Our FS1 Worksheet 6 entitled Teachers' Skills and Connection to the Community. In this activity, it involves focusing on community linkages, teacher personal and professional attributes, and development, and also the importance of their involvement to the research extension. Initial analysis underscored the significance of the school community engagement in shaping the educational process. The collaboration opens avenue for outreach program, recognizing that education encompasses experiences beyond the classroom. Real-world engagement between the school and community contribute to a more comprehensive and effective learning environment. The collaborative efforts enable the development and implementation of various programs enriching student educational experiences.
Looking toward the future, the text transitions to reflections from a prospective teacher. The importance of researching and understanding the community is highlighted as foundation for building a strong school community collaboration. Communication with parents, addressing their concerns, and implementing extension projects are considered essential for establishing a well-built bond that benefits learners. The advice for inviting stakeholders involves creating mutually beneficial programs and clearly communicating objectives to garner participation.
When I gave the word, now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I